I'm Carl at the Nebraska Environmental Trust. A while back, my wife gave me a wallet. And, well, it's kind of a unique and special wallet. It's, well, it's a reminder for me that when we spend money, we need to be careful how we spend it. And when we do go to spend money, well, the other issue is when you go to spend the money, when you're done, you have something to show for it. Now, realistically, in today's world, not too many people carry a wallet. Most of us make transactions via our watch or our phone or Venmo. And we need your help here at the Nebraska Environmental Trust to be more accountable and monitor the funds that we do spend. So will you help us out? Will you join our team and improve our process? Thanks.
The Nebraska Environmental Trust, as a result of internal audits, is required to update our processes for monitoring and auditing projects that were provided grant funding. The Trust has a small staff and is looking for better ways to use existing software, technology, and resources, both internal and external, to audit grant-funded projects. The Trust is a non-code state agency and provides public funds for grant projects. The list is extensive. The mission of the Trust is defined in Nebraska law and expounded on with rules and regulations that must be followed that assist in our environment. The project goals are realistic and will solve several issues for the Trust, as you can see on the screen. The project team is small in numbers, but extremely knowledgeable, efficient, and effective in providing feedback with a results-driven vision. Marie, our contracted project manager, will provide some additional details concerning the proposed solutions, technical tools, and roadmap for success. Marie?
Thank you, Carl. I look forward to working with all of you on the solution that we're going to ask you to provide. And that solution is to add features for the project audit process. So we already have a very feature-rich system, and you'll be adding to it. We have features for a project officer to enter expenses that need to be reimbursed, to enter progress reports, insurance records, tax records. And of course, then the administrator and director review those records, they approve records. But what they are looking to do is to add an audit process. And with that, they would initiate an audit. They would say, these are the things that we need our inspector to check on the audit, and we're going to go ahead and assign it out to somebody. But they want to make sure that it gets done properly, so they need some monitoring functions. But the big set of tools that we're going to ask you to create are for the inspector themselves. They're going to be taking these records out to the field, to the project site, and working with the project officer to make sure that what our records say matches up with what they can show for records at the project site. So they'll be looking at insurance records and tax records again, progress reports and the like of that, and all of the checklist items that the administrator and director have designated to be completed. They will need to be entering their results, their findings on site, and sometimes they'll be working with a tablet, so we need to make sure that it displays correctly there. They will, in the end, create a final report which is submitted to the administrator director for approval. So we're looking for a big, robust set of features for you to create in this solution. The tools that we will be using are very familiar to most of you, and I think you'll be pleased to know that these will be very great for you to state on your resume as having experienced, because they're widely used in the industry. So most of the Microsoft .NET Stack, .NET Framework, Entity Framework with MVC, Visual Studio tools, Microsoft SQL Server Backend, which is very readily understood. And we also use Amazon Web Services as our cloud delivery platform. All very good tools, and we're anxious for you to go to work with those. So then we go to work with you through a process we call Agile. I'm sure all of you have been made familiar with this. Our team has been very busy working on what we call a project roadmap. And that is to take the features that we're hoping to get in the system and break them down across the timeline of each sprint to make sure that there's enough time for you to complete these and to set a degree of expectation on what we need to be getting done first, second, and so forth. So I will be attending each of the weekly meetings with you and covering the progress with you, covering any questions you might have or any impediments. And at the end of each sprint, when you have the set of deliverables that you'll demonstrate to Carl and Holly, we're going to look at them and we're going to say, you know what? I think we're going to pull those into our test environment and validate them. And if they're good enough, we're going to go ahead and push them into production and start using them right away. So these are very valuable tools for us. And we thank you for joining our team, and we look forward to working with you. I'm going to turn it over to Carl to take us home. We hope to be seeing you soon.
Thank you, Marie. So this project is well defined. It has a nimble and responsive team. We understand and work with collaborative projects on a daily basis. Our connections and professionalism are second to none. If you want to see your efforts put into action, join us. We are looking for the best and the brightest to share this journey with us and enjoy the rewards of success. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.